Hello guys, it's your girl Zulubarb. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So thank you so much for your support, thank you so much for your questions, thank you so much for your comments and everything. I appreciate that. So on today's video, I'm answering questions. As I said, I only have 4 questions today, so I'm gonna answer only 4 questions. Thank you for asking those questions. I'm waiting for more questions so that I can, because this is a series of questions and answers, Q&A. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like my videos. Yeah. So let's get to the questions. First question, it's not actually a question. This guy is saying, hello Zulubarb, I commend you for leaving this industry to have a strength and courage to leave this industry. Others don't find strength and courage to leave this industry, especially when they steal themselves, So I commend you for that. I know that you're a big hustler. You will do great things, right? So I want to say to that guy, thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. It actually inspires me and motivates me to see that I have people who don't judge me, who see that I'm only trying for the best in life, So I love and appreciate that support. Thank you. So, and then there's questions then. So the question is, so how is your journey now as a parent, since you have this kind of a past and you are raising boys and a daughter? How is your journey now as a parent? First thing first, I have grown-up kids. My kids are kind of grown. They are old. My firstborn is like 19 or 20. Secondborn is in his teenage years. So they are like my friends. So I talk to them about everything. So with regards to my past, I had to highlight them on what is happening, what I'm doing. I didn't say it exactly as it is because of they are still very young to understand those things. It's very brutal. It's very, it's deep. So I had to highlight them. I had to, you know what I said? I need to they always I need my kids, they always download songs on this website. There's this website, it's Chubidi or something. They always download songs there, but when they download, before they download, there's pictures of the nudes that come before you can download the song. So I just made that example that those people that are doing those pictures that you see when you download, that's what I'm doing. And that's when I ended up there. And then I told them, I had to teach them that whatever happens, maybe at school, when maybe it happens that your friends, they ask you about maybe me because maybe they saw me, I prepared them on how to respond on that one. But when it comes to that, I don't think even their friends, they have done that. I don't think they have, because I've been doing this from 2021 up until 2024. So it was 3 years. Yeah. So I did talk to my kids now that they are kind of old nyana, and then my daughter does not know anything. I make sure that I protect her when it comes to, I don't want her to see anything that has to do with my previous work. So I made sure of that. So my kids know what's happening. And happy, you have to understand also, Uguti, my kids didn't have a father. they grew up with me alone. So especially the boys, they understand ukuthi I was a single mother. Saying issue like when they become old and they see these things online, they will understand that we didn't have a father. Our mother did her best to make sure that we have the best education, best life and everything. So yeah, I hope that is I hope that is answered. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, next question is do you wrestle feelings of shame since your content is still available online? No. To be honest, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't feel any shame. I do not have any regrets. I just wish I knew better before I revealed my face. That's the only thing I can say. I wish I knew better before I revealed my face. But yeah, what's done, it's done. Content is out there. If it's still out there, I actually don't care. I actually don't have a problem, guys. This is my life. I'm the one who was living it. I am the one who's still living this life. So I don't have a problem. It's just that all the time, especially with my older son, I have to every now and then remind him not to consume this kind of content, to share with him the good, the bad. No, there's no good in it. The bad things about this kind of content, so that he will grow up not being consumed by this kind of content, So I always, every now and then, tell him that this is not right. You shouldn't watch this kind of content and stuff like that. So because I cannot control the fact that there are still my videos online, yeah, actually. So to answer the question, I don't feel any shame. Even when I'm walking in public, I don't have a problem at all. Even if I see that someone is recognizing me, I don't have a problem. I'm not ashamed, because one thing I know, everyone have their secrets that they have at home. Just because my life was out there for everyone to see does not mean that I'm now a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I was doing that kind of content, but it does not change my character. And another thing you should know is that when I decided to start, I told myself that I'm never gonna do drugs, never gonna do any substance, because I knew that I wanted to stop as soon as I can. So I left still the same, still myself, and even more matured. So yeah, I was able to still be myself, still be wise and matured, because I did not consume any drugs. So it was easy. It was very easy for me to stop, especially because I was only looking for mine. As soon as I have all my life in order, I was able to leave. So yeah. Okay, next question is, what steps do you take protecting your kids? So when it comes to my kids, first thing first, I make sure that we stay where there's no harm. First thing first, where we stay, I make sure that we stay where there's no harm, no people who are going to do anything on my kids or to me. I make sure that the place we live in is well secured. That's the first thing first. Secondly, when it comes to the school meetings, I don't go to the school meetings at all. I don't. If I do, if there was a meeting, let's say on Wednesday, I will go next week on Monday, and talk to the principal and get to know what was talked about. That's the only thing that I do. I don't go to the schools, to the parents' meeting. That's what I make sure. If I have to, then I try, by all means, I look as normal as I can and no one can recognize me, you know. So yeah, I don't go to parents meetings, and I don't post my kids online at all. I don't post my kids. I used to post my kids until I learned that this industry is bad, as I said on part 1. And then I decided to go to, okay, if they want to be online, they need to have their own pages, their own Facebook, their own TikTok, their own things. I'm not gonna post them. I do not post my kids online at all. I have many pictures with them, many memories, but I do not post them unless it's their birthdays, nakona on stories, not on my timeline. I do not post my kids. That's how I protect them. And another thing is, I sit down with my kids all the time. My kids, I got my kids well when I was still very young, so we have that sister brother relationship with them, because I do have a sibling, but we're not that close. So they became my sisters and my brothers. So even if people who stay with us, they know we don't conduct ourselves as kids and parents. But my point is, I sit down with my kids and I teach them so many things. I teach them morals, values. People who know me, they know my kids have morals. I don't know how many times the principals, the parents from people that I don't know, they said I'm raising my kids very well because they are well behaved. They have manners, good manners. So that's how my kids are. That's how my kids are. Not because they are my kids, I'm gonna say good things about them. No, that's how I'm raising them. I protect them mentally, I protect them physically. So yes, that's how I protect my kids. So guys, that's it for today's video. I'm waiting for as many questions as I can have. I want to answer questions. Guys. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. So yes, until next time, on our next video. The next video, it's a series. This was part 4. Yeah, this was part 4.